Happy finally Friday. The Mariners begin a weekend series in Baltimore this afternoon that starts 10 road games in 10 days. Seattle sits in first place in the American League West at 24-20, while the Orioles are second in the East behind the Yankees at 27-14. M's are sending Bryce Miller to the mound, who's 3-3 with a 2.66 ERA. The O's counter with John Means, who's 1-0 with a 3.09 earned run average. That game underway on Root Sports Northwest. Seattle's lead over Texas remains a game and a half. Look out now. Here come the Astros. Houston has won 5 straight after an 8-1 win over Oakland. The streak has allowed the Astros to vault into third place in the division, 5 games behind Seattle. The A's are now 6 games back. Los Angeles remains 8 games out of first place. 3 teams for North Central Washington are in the State 1A soccer tournament today. After an incredible season, Cascade is close to home in the Apple Bowl, facing Clahoya. That game's underway. If the Kodiaks win, they'll face the winner of Highland and Bush tomorrow in the Apple Bowl at noon. Quincy and Kashmir are traveling to Vashon Island for games today. The Jackrabbits take on Toppenish. Kashmir faces the host Vashon Island Pirates tonight at 7. The winners of today's game will face off in the quarterfinals tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Elmira Cooley Heartline has at least 2 games over the next couple of days in the District 6, 7, and 8 softball tournament. That's happening in Spokane. Warriors are facing Colton today in the first round. Win or lose, ACH will play either Northport or Liberty Christian tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. Today is the first day, or make that the final day, of the District 6 2B softball tournament. Brewster and Lake Roosevelt are playing for a last chance to go to state. That game underway in Cooley Dam. District 6 4A softball tournament moves to Moses Lake's Larson Playfield tomorrow with 2 games at 11 o'clock. Mavericks take on West Valley for the championship, while Eastmont and Wenatchee meet in a loser-out game. Loser between Moses Lake and the Rams will face the winner of the Wildcats and Panthers at 1 o'clock for a last chance to get to the state tournament. Tomorrow is also the final day of the District 5-6 2A tournament. Ifreda plays at East Valley for a last chance at state. That'll start at 11 a.m. Wenatchee Valley College is the site for the District 6 1A tournament tomorrow. Kashmir and Quincy face off at 11. Omak plays Chelan at 1 o'clock. The winners of the first 2 games play for the district championship at 3 o'clock, with the winner advancing to state. Loser's season is done. Chelan and Kashmir are on the west side tomorrow for the State 1A baseball tournament. Chelan faces Cedar Park Christian at Joe Martin Field in Bellingham. That'll be at 10 a.m. Kashmir is in Bellevue to face Overlake, also at 10 o'clock. Ellensburg also travels west to face Linden in the State 2A tournament. That'll be in Tacoma at 10 a.m. Wenatchee's Recreation Park is the site for the quarterfinals of the State 1B tournament, as Elmira Cooley Heartline plays Northport at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Win and the Warriors advance to the Final Four in Ifreda next week against the winner between Orcas Island and Nacelle. Well, after getting rained out a couple of weekends ago, Wenatchee Valley Super Oval is back and ready for some racing this weekend. It's Military Appreciation Night with 5 classes of racing on tap. Included will be the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars, Rockstar Energy B-Mods, Plum Perfect Roadrunners, Canutes and General Contracting Bandoleros, and the B&T Towing Roadrunners. Gates open at 4:30. Racing starts at 6. Go to WVSO.com for more information and for tickets. Well, while Major League Baseball season is underway, the West Coast Collegiate season is still a couple of weeks away. One coach is getting off to a running start, literally. Ed Knaggs, who is the associate head coach for the Corvallis Knights and the former head coach of the Wenatchee Apple Sox, is running from Wenatchee to Corvallis to kick off the season and raise awareness for mental health. Knaggs hit the halfway point of his 419-mile journey earlier this week. He joined Dan on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley this morning and said he's thankful for his brother's connections to help provide some overnight pit stops.
Well, we had it very organized as far as where we'd be and where we'd finish and what was close. And Crew Chief Steve, my brother, who's actually holding the camera right now, former firefighter, we have stayed mostly at firehouses along the way and stopped at one last night in Lyle. They really didn't have the parking for us. And so they said, hey, this rest stop's really nice. And they were correct there. So we've been kind of working ahead with a lot of the, and a lot of them are volunteer fire departments, you know, that have maybe a guy or 2 working, but all volunteer after that. And they've been just phenomenal, just letting us park there, use their water, maybe, hey, come in and shower if you want. So the firefighting community has been huge along the way.
Ed runs 10 miles each morning and 5 miles each afternoon. He's made some interesting discoveries along the way, including an abandoned boat, a much-needed cutting board for their motorhome, and a friendly horse yesterday.
There was a farm there with a gate, but there was this horse standing at the gate. Gate was wide open. And we pulled up, and then the horse started walking towards us a little bit. We thought that was odd. So I was hurrying to try and get a picture, and then I thought, because I'm going to go outside, it's going to just take off. But I did buy carrots yesterday just for salad purposes. But I think I knew I needed them. So I grabbed some carrots, went out with my camera, and sure enough, the horse came right up, ate carrots. I said, wow, we got to get a real video. So we went and staged it all, and the horse stayed there. I went out. Brother Steve videoed it, and the horse kind of looked like the old Mr. Ed horse, so it all fit in pretty good. And he ate from my hand again. I got to pet him, and he stayed there, and off we went. But it was an interesting encounter.
The point of the opening day run is to raise money and awareness for two organizations that help prevent teen suicide, Trillium Family Services and Only 7 Seconds. Knaggs says the impact of what he's doing is really being felt.
The support for this whole run from the start with the Apple Sox, the Corvallis Knights, the league itself, and Only 7 Seconds and Trillium, everyone's been behind it. And it has been interesting just how it's grown and the people it's touched, the money it's raised. That's been great. I mean, I have pretty high expectations on that end, but the other piece of it, the reach of it, some of it we'll never know, but we'll hear stories, I'm sure, down the road. I've already heard some, where, I reached out to so-and-so and they happened to be at a really bad point that day. And they were, a lot of those things that we can't really measure and we might not ever know about, but they're definitely happening.
You can follow Ed's journey on the opening day run on social media or his website at openingdayrun.com. That's a look at sports news. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.